Ted Kennedy, the youngest of the 9 Kennedy children, was born into a family already steeped in American politics. His brothers, John and Robert, were both elected president and attorney general respectively. Ted followed in their footsteps, but his path was often shadowed by tragedy and controversy. He was a gifted politician, renowned for his charisma and his ability to connect with voters. He also had a reputation for being a legislative powerhouse, working across party lines to achieve major policy goals. But Ted's life was marked by personal struggles, including the Chappaquiddick incident in 1969, which deeply tarnished his image and ultimately derailed his presidential ambitions. Despite these challenges, he emerged as a formidable figure in the Senate, championing progressive causes and working tirelessly to improve the lives of everyday Americans. Ted Kennedy's early life was shaped by both privilege and tragedy. The Kennedys were one of the wealthiest families in the nation, and Ted enjoyed a privileged upbringing, but he also experienced the deaths of his 2 brothers, John and Robert, and the failed lobotomy of his sister Rosemary. These events left a lasting impact on Ted, who struggled academically in his early years. His father was a demanding figure, and Ted felt a constant need to live up to the family's high standards. Despite these challenges, Ted eventually found his footing, earning a degree from Harvard and a law degree from the University of Virginia. He was also a star athlete in college, playing football for the Harvard Crimson. His athleticism and charisma helped him connect with voters during his first Senate campaign in 1962. Ted Kennedy's tenure in the Senate spanned almost 5 decades, making him one of the most consequential legislators in American history. He was elected to the Senate in 1962, following the assassination of his brother John. He quickly rose through the ranks, becoming Senate Majority Whip in 1969. He was a fierce advocate for social justice and played a key role in passing landmark legislation such as the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965, the National Cancer Act of 1971, and the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. He also worked tirelessly to enact universal health care, which he called the cause of my life. Although he was a staunch liberal, Kennedy was known for his ability to build relationships with Republican colleagues and work with them to find common ground. The Chappaquiddick incident in 1969 was a turning point in Ted Kennedy's life. While attending a party on Chappaquiddick Island, Kennedy drove his car off a bridge, killing his passenger, Mary Jo Kopchan. He was charged with leaving the scene of an accident and received a suspended sentence of 2 months in jail. The incident caused a major scandal and significantly damaged his presidential prospects. Kennedy was widely criticized for his handling of the incident and for his initial failure to report the accident. The event continued to haunt Kennedy throughout his political career. Despite the Chappaquiddick incident, Ted Kennedy continued to be a powerful voice in the Senate. He was known for his eloquent speeches, his mastery of legislative strategy, and his ability to bring together disparate groups to achieve common goals. He worked with both Democrats and Republicans on a wide range of issues, including health care, education, and civil rights. He was a champion of the working class and the poor, and he fought tirelessly to expand access to affordable health care. He was also a strong advocate for environmental protection and for nuclear nonproliferation. Ted Kennedy ran for president in 1980, challenging the incumbent Jimmy Carter. However, his campaign was plagued by problems, including the lingering controversy surrounding Chappaquiddick, his own personal struggles, and the perception that he was not truly ready for the presidency. Although he won several primaries, he ultimately lost the nomination to Carter. His speech at the Democratic National Convention, in which he spoke of the enduring power of the American dream, became one of his most famous moments. Ted Kennedy was diagnosed with a brain tumor in 2008. He underwent surgery and treatment, but the disease ultimately took his life in 2009. Despite his illness, he continued to fight for his beliefs and to champion the causes he held dear. His death was mourned by people across the political spectrum, and his legacy as a champion of social justice and a champion of the American dream continues to inspire Americans today.